Cancer Alley's cry, silent suffering exposed. In Louisiana's Cancer Alley, residents bear a toxic legacy of pollution, facing grave health risks in silence. By Darius Spearman, African Elements. Support African Elements at patreon.com/African Elements and hear recent news in a continuous playlist during your morning commute. Plus get early access to ad-free video content. Introduction: Unveiling the Human Rights Watch Report on Louisiana's Cancer Alley. The recent Human Rights Watch report sheds light on the grave environmental and health crisis in Louisiana's Cancer Alley. This 85-mile corridor, brimming with petrochemical plants, has long faced scrutiny for its pollution levels and their impact on local communities. The report, titled "We're Dying Here: The Fight for Life in a Louisiana Fossil Fuel Sacrifice Zone," offers a comprehensive look into the dire consequences of unchecked industrial activity in this region, predominantly inhabited by Black communities. It reveals a stark picture of health disparities and environmental neglect, with residents experiencing elevated risks of various health issues, including cancer and respiratory illnesses. Human Rights Watch. A key focus of the report is on the alarming rate of low birth weights in newborns, found to be more than 3 times the national average in Cancer Alley. Additionally, the report documents numerous personal accounts of residents suffering from chronic health conditions, reflecting the deep-rooted impact of environmental pollution on public health. Democracy Now! Furthermore, the report does not shy away from holding state and federal regulatory bodies accountable. It points out the failure of agencies like the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality in protecting the health and environment of the residents. The lack of stringent regulations and enforcement has exacerbated the crisis in Cancer Alley, a situation that demands urgent attention and action from government authorities. Mother Jones. Examining the health impacts: Cancer Alley's disturbing health statistic. The Human Rights Watch report highlights alarming health statistics in Louisiana's Cancer Alley. The region, known for its dense concentration of petrochemical plants, shows newborns with low birth weights more than 3 times the national average. Human Rights Watch. These findings underscore the severity of pollution impacts on vulnerable populations. Additionally, residents face increased risks of cancer and respiratory illnesses. Cancer Alley areas have the highest industrial air pollution cancer risk in the U.S. Democracy Now! This fact emphasizes the direct correlation between environmental conditions and public health. Moreover, the report reveals that residents suffer from a range of health problems, including cognitive issues. One striking example is that in the worst polluted areas, over a quarter of babies are born with low birth weights. Mother Jones. This statistic is more than double the state average. The fossil fuel and petrochemical industry has created a sacrifice zone in Louisiana, said Antonia Yuhas, a senior researcher at Human Rights Watch. The failure of state and federal authorities to properly regulate the industry has dire consequences for residents of Cancer Alley. Human Rights Watch. Furthermore, these issues disproportionately affect Black communities in the area. This disparity highlights the intersection of environmental and racial justice issues in Cancer Alley. The role of state and federal regulators in Cancer Alley's crisis. State and federal regulators play a crucial role in Cancer Alley's environmental crisis. The Human Rights Watch report criticizes the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality for failing to enforce federal standards. Human Rights Watch. This failure has led to unchecked pollution and significant health risks. Moreover, the report suggests that the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has not adequately enforced federal laws in Louisiana. Democracy Now! Consequently, residents continue to suffer from the harmful effects of industrial pollution. Additionally, the report recommends increased regulations and enforcement by the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality. It also urges the EPA to object to permits in overburdened communities. Mother Jones. These steps are crucial for mitigating the crisis in Cancer Alley. The Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality should increase regulations and enforcement, deny permits in already overburdened communities, the report states. Human Rights Watch. Furthermore, the report calls for a comprehensive remediation and relocation plan. This plan would address the long-term impacts of pollution on the health and well-being of Cancer Alley residents. Voices from Cancer Alley, personal stories, and community challenges. Residents of Cancer Alley provide personal accounts that bring the region's crisis to life. Human Rights Watch interviewed 37 residents, revealing a pattern of health issues and environmental concerns. Human Rights Watch. These stories highlight the human toll of industrial pollution. Additionally, the interviews document cases of miscarriages, high-risk pregnancies, and respiratory ailments. Residents shared heart-wrenching stories of entire communities devastated by cancer. Democracy Now! Each story underscores the urgent need for action. Furthermore, the community faces challenges in getting their voices heard. The predominantly black communities in Cancer Alley often feel neglected and ignored by authorities. Mother Jones. This neglect exacerbates their struggle for health and environmental justice. Many shared stories of entire communities devastated by cancer, the deaths of family and friends, missed days of work and school due to illness, the report reveals. Human Rights Watch. Moreover, these stories and challenges reflect the broader issue of environmental racism. The disproportionate impact on black communities in Cancer Alley is a glaring example of this systemic problem. Moving forward, addressing the environmental crisis in Cancer Alley. Addressing Cancer Alley's environmental crisis requires immediate and concerted efforts from various stakeholders. Human Rights Watch urges state and federal authorities to take immediate action to mitigate the harm caused by pollution. Human Rights Watch. This call to action is critical for the health and safety of the residents. Moreover, the report recommends increasing regulations and enforcement by the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality. It also calls for the EPA to object to new permits in overburdened communities. Democracy Now! These steps are essential for reversing the damage in Cancer Alley. Additionally, community advocacy and awareness are key. Local groups and residents must continue to raise their voices to demand change and accountability. Mother Jones. Empowering these communities is crucial for lasting impact. The Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality should deny permits in already overburdened communities and support local calls for moratoriums, the report suggests. Human Rights Watch. Furthermore, transitioning away from fossil fuels is a long-term but necessary goal. This transition aligns with global efforts to combat climate change and protect public health. About the author. Darius Spearman is a professor of Black Studies at San Diego City College, where he has been pursuing his love of teaching since 2007. He is the author of several books, including Between the Color Lines, A History of African Americans on the California Frontier through 1890. See more Black news and history content at africanelements.org.